I'm sorry, Hamilton fans, but the dream looks over. And if you're a Fernando Alonso fan, I hope that it's a dream come true. And I say I hope for many different reasons. Let's take a look. Adrian Newey looks set to join Aston Martin with a ridiculous £100 million offer over 3 years. Multiple sources now claiming this deal is done. Ted Kravitz also saying the Lewis Hamilton Adrian Newey dream is over. And Aston Martin get their man. The deal with Ferrari is off. Adrian Newey wanted a veto on the technical staff recruitment, which Fred Vasseur felt was a bit of a step too far and probably stepping on his toes a little bit on that deal. And also the massive £100 million benchmark of an offer that was, required to get his services, double of what he was on Red Bull. But Aston Martin really stepped up and made him their main priority. The salary offer really kind of shows that, doesn't it? Need you say any more? But they've given him the control of the technical staff that he's wanted. And he's also worked with Aston Martin before. He worked when they collabed with Red Bull powertrains and produced the Aston Martin Valkyrie. He will have seen the investment that's gone into the brand new factory that's been produced, and there's a new wind tunnel on its way also. Aston Martin have done good business on the recruitment side as well, haven't they? They've signed former engine man Andy Cowell. They've found the technical director of Ferrari, Enrico Cardal. And so they've made key strategical appointments in the right places, and they look like they are going to be a force at the front anytime soon. And now you throw Adrian Newey in the mix, and well, they'll be rubbing their hands, won't they? I bet Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso can't wait to get their hands on this 2026 car. They'll also have the engine deal with Honda, which will start in 26 also. They'll be crossing their fingers that it's more like the Honda, that engine that's been in the back of the Red Bull for winning them championships, and not what was in the back of that McLaren. We don't want Fernando Alonso screaming GP2 down the radio again. I'm sure Honda won't be wanting to hear that. I'm sure they'll be a bit nervous about that going into 26 as well, won't they? But they seem to have turned their heads around. 26 is completely blank plate, but Adrian's worked with Honda before, so he knows what they are like. Honda will know the demands that Adrian has, the zero compromise on aero that is required from them to produce the engine. And so I'm sure now working with them, it's been a number of factors that have come into place for Adrian that has sort of said, yes, these guys look like they mean business, and they've bowed their head for his wishes, isn't it? 100 million over 3 years, a massive deal. Now, I said hope because we hope that Fernando Alonso remains in that car. Yes, he signed a deal up in 2026, but rumours are now that Aston Martin are stepping up the pursuit of one Max Verstappen. We know that his potential for him to be on the market, and well, with all the right people coming to Aston Martin, they've got the money, and could they lure Max Verstappen, world champion, into that team? Where will he fit in though? And I can hardly see Lance Stroll making way, because well, it's the father and son dream, isn't it, to have a world championship, or to make his son a world champion. And all this investment, of getting all the right people and the right people in the right places, and to produce a car for 26, I can hardly see them getting rid of Lance Stroll for that. And well, Aston Martin will be looking at Fernando Alonso, the old man. He's dropped his head a little bit this season, hasn't he? And not been quite the Fernando that we've known, especially over the last couple of races. And so they are probably monitoring that. Now they'll have Adrian Newey in the pocket, another man to convince Max Verstappen to come. We know these contracts, despite being signed to 26, mean nothing. Look at the situation that Sergio Perez found him just 2 months after signing a 2-year deal. Just holds on to that seat by the skin of his teeth, doesn't he? So let's hope Fernando Alonso stays. If he gets to work with Adrian Newey, it'll be absolutely fantastic. But Aston Martin making big moves for 26. They could be right in there with a massive force to take this championship. I mean, it's throwing it wide open with all these big recruitment, a lot of people moving left and right from various big teams. So right now it's so hard to tell who'll be at the front, but it looks absolutely exciting and I cannot wait for that to get going. But Aston Martin get their man. It's a real shame for Lewis Hamilton fans like myself. I was really quite looking forward to that potentially working out. Ferrari could really do with an Adrian Newey, don't they? They need that kind of spark, the magic man, to try and get people from the UK, basically where the brains of F1 basically live, to come across and work in Italy. They're going to kind of lose that lure a little bit, aren't they now? And Lewis Hamilton will have his fingers crossed that Ferrari can get their act together and produce something fantastic for 26. But there we have it. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment as always. See you next time.